Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Alright guys, as we watched last week's episode and we found out that Zeke is the love child of Mecca and Monet, we see that Monet has a choice to make, right? Especially after Mecca's offer where he's like, I can take care of you, baby, the way I've wanted to all these years. Okay, now I know who I want her to choose, all right, and that's Mecca. But let's go over a few points as to why I think she should choose Mecca. And if you're Team Lorenzo, comment down below and let me know why you think Monet should choose Lorenzo. Okay, so back to why I think Monet should choose Mecca. My first point is that there's really no romance or even chemistry between Monet and Lorenzo, okay? They are just married business partners, right? And all they ever talk about is the business. On the other hand, Mecca, he's only been in town for a short time, and you can already see how these two are ready to jump back into whatever romance they had before, okay? And Mecca is more than ready to take care of Monet, which brings me to my next point. Monet should choose Mecca because he loves her and he's willing to accept and take care of her other children as well, okay? Not just Zeke. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Lorenzo doesn't love Monet. I'm not saying that at all. But here we go. Here's the contrast, guys. Lorenzo doesn't give a crap about Zeke. We saw how he responded to Monet when she asked him to put up the house to help him, right? To help Zeke. He was like, absolutely not. But if it was his kids, of course he would do it, right? But to be fair, he did tell Monet to use the money that was stashed at the bar because he obviously didn't know that it was taken by his own daughter of all people, right? But still, guys, it doesn't excuse Lorenzo's response, okay? Because he flat out told Monet that he knows she loves her nephew, but we got to think about our family first, okay? So with that response, I'm not expecting Lorenzo to accept Zeke as Monet's son, even if it did happen before him. If she winds up telling him, look, Zeke is my son, this and that, I don't see him accepting him at all right? And this is why I feel like Monet should rock out with Mecca. And before I go, guys, I just want to mention that some people feel like when it comes to Renzo and Mo, that Lorenzo is the more sensible parent, okay? But isn't he the one who's really pushing for his kids to be in the business? So for me, how sensible could that be? He wants his kids in the game. And don't get me wrong, Monet is going right along with it. But that's because she's doing what Lorenzo says, okay? Let me give you an example. Just like in season 1, when he told Monet to let Drew handle that situation with Little Guap, right? Because they didn't want Kane to do it because he's too hot-headed. And that's just one example of why I would question him being the sensible parent. You know what I'm saying? He is the head of their family, and at the end of the day, Monet is going to listen to him. Like, remember when she was like, screw Kane's new connect, you know what I'm saying? Because she was done with Kane, and Lorenzo was like, no, you need to take that connect. If Kane got a connect, you need to jump on that ASAP, right? So he's the driving force behind the Tejadas. So for people to say that he's the more sensible parent, I'm like, okay. I mean, if you want to say that, but you got to remember that this guy is pushing for his children to be a part of this street life, this drug game. If you go to like the mob families and everything, they kind of push for their kids to not really be in that life. Even though a lot of their kids do go that route, they push for their families to be separated from that. But anyway, guys, let me get back to this other point, right? So I believe that Zeke exemplifies how Monet would prefer to raise her kids, right? In school, on the straight and narrow, and nowhere near the game, all right? Now, I don't know why she won't let Diana go to school, but my only guess is that her and Lorenzo are raising their kids to be a part of that life, and I don't think Monet trusts that Diana can do both, okay? Plus, I think she's a little overprotective of Diana. But anyway, back to who Monet should choose. I say Mecca. What do you say? And trust me, y'all, I'm not making excuses for Monet. She has chose this life as well, and now she's knee deep in it, all right? But a part of me wonders if she was the type of chick that encouraged Mecca to go for his, right? But do it on the straight path, because we don't know how Monet was raised. She probably was raised by a wholesome family, and never even looked at the street life, right? Never even thought to live in that life, right? But something happened. I believe something happened in her life, especially when Mecca left, that she just was like, this is all I can do. And she told her daughter, Diana, she said, listen, Lorenzo or your father was there for me when I had no one. So maybe when she got pregnant with Zeke, the family turned their back on her and she had to go down south and have the baby or something like that. This is just my little guess, right? She left the baby down there. Then when she came back, she had no one, like she said, and she met Lorenzo and he took her under his wing. All right, that's just my guess, and that's the reason why she's been in the street life ever since. Okay, now Mecca did tell her that he's now the man she always said he could be. And that's the part that makes me wonder, did she push for him to be like this successful man, to go for his dreams and this and that and the third, right? Something that had nothing to do with the street life. But when you look at Mecca, he doesn't seem to be squeaky clean, guys, okay? We already know that he has a military background, but what the heck is he into now? You know, we can go on and on just wondering about this guy. All right, so even though I feel Monet should choose Mecca over Lorenzo, it's still not clear what kind of life she will have with him. I'm sure she'll want for nothing, you know, but if it's not a legitimate lifestyle, it'll be more of the same old thing, you know, same old story. But even if that's the case, I think Mecca will let Monet retire from the streets and just be a hustler's wife or something like that. But I'm not sure how open Monet would be to that. All right, guys, that's my video. Let me know what you guys think about this. Who should Monet choose? All right, Lorenzo or Mecca? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.